Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast. Just walked the dopes, Diego and Cass. It's very fresh out there this morning. It's nice though. It's nice after the fact. Hopefully they'll shut the fuck up now, because I was in here earlier and my God almighty, they were just going fucking crazy. Poor little fuckers. So how you doing? You good? No rain today, which is cool. It's fucking biblical this year, isn't it? I've seen loads of clips flying up online from loads of different people. Fuck, Middleton got Scooby dude with the water, with the floods. That's crazy. Scooby dude. So many homes there that are just destroyed. And the businesses, oh man. My condolences, folks. Hopefully you'll get some help somewhere and get sorted. There surely has to be someone looking into this. But yeah. It's not good. Won't even try to imagine the shit you have to deal with when that happens to your home. Before I saw them, then I was having a little bitching session because I had a puddle on the floor in the studio. I was like, fuck. But minor, non-existent even importance. But yeah, I can't get over how bad Middleton got fucked. But anyway, moving on. So I got up early as usual. It was a few days ago. I was getting up early for work. And, when I get up early, it's early. Like most people, I suppose. It's just, you never get used to it, do you? It's like, fuck. I only got here. I have to get up. And when I get down the hall and into the kitchen, I flicked on the light in the kitchen. And I know it because I was still a bit sleepy. I was like, what was that? Something kind of caught my attention, but it was gone before. I just recognized something, and then there was nothing. But it was kind of noted. And I continued to make myself a coffee. And then I went down into the back area, opened the door to the lovely rain, and had a cup of coffee with a cigarette. I forgot all about it. Then that evening I was in the kitchen late in the evening. I was the only one in there. And my God, did I hear it. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Fucking mouse in the house. Up in the fucking press there in the kitchen. Nibbling away, fucking fucker. So it's like, this is great. Because the dogs are fucking useless when it comes to catching a fucking mouse. Or anything really. They're spoilt, you see. They are spoilt. But if, they can be threatening. But more to people than to animals. So, I'm like, fuck this. Because the last week or so, last week I noticed that the dogs, they're very good in the house, they're very well, I'd say trained, but behaved would be a better word. Independent. And the last week now, the last few evenings, you get up there and there'd be a mess in the kitchen. Under the window, by the rad, over near the fridge. And I was like, what the fuck? They were walked, they did their business. And here we are. And then I was thinking back, like last year, it was kind of the same, and maybe the year before even. It's like this is a ritual nearly to have. So I was thinking there's definitely a mouse in the house because of this. Because my dogs, with their wisdom, are under this impression that their super piss will kill the mouse. Fucking hell. That's all they'll do with a mouse, is they'll try to piss on him. So anyway, I'm thinking there's probably a mouse. And then I get this out of the corner of my eye, this little fucking zoom, which I'm not really... I mean, you see photos of mice, and you're thinking, oh, they're cute. But when you see them, the way they wriggle around the place, it's like, ugh. Fucking just want to squish them. But I'm not a squisher. I couldn't squish a mouse. Unless there was like a lot of mice and they were fucking annoying me. You know, you have like, you'd like to think you wouldn't do something, but in the right circumstances, you're going squishing like a serial killer. And that's what I was thinking to do. But so I was saying to the missus, there's a fucking guy in here. And if there's one, usually they're not alone. Or if they are, they're pregnant and they're going to have a whole bunch of them soon. So you're going to have an infestation. Huh. Now don't be saying get a cat. I fucking don't want a cat in the house. They're fucking messy bastards. Smelly. I'm just not a cat person. I don't hate them or anything. I just don't want them in my house. The dogs, they're family. But cats, stay the fuck away. There's two. I see these two on separate occasions prowling around the area. Neighbours, I would think. But they're big cats. I mean, if they're any bigger, they'd damage you. And last year there was, maybe on 2 or 3 occasions, I found corpses. And I was like, well done. Because I would assume that it's to do with those two. You know the way they'd be prowling? They always look like they're fucking hunting. So anyway, the dogs are no good for anything like that. They'd be just like, looking, big stupid head on them. So I was saying it to the missus, and she was going, I think my father was telling us there when we had this initially, years ago. Because when you're out in the country, especially, and you're near farms and stuff, I don't know. That's where they be at. And so he was telling us to get some blue something or other. Blue Storm, maybe? Blue Storm. I mean, who comes up with the fucking names? Blue Storm to kill a mouse? What the fuck? So, anyway, I think she got some Blue Storm, and she threw it up there where they were nibbling. And I haven't heard anything since, or seen anything since, but the problem is they can get chewing on wires and stuff. It's a fucking mess. And then, you know, you can't, when you have the kids leaving their shit everywhere, the last thing you want is to think of rodents fucking climbing all over them with their, I don't know, they're probably clean, but they could have things, you know, like, I don't know, ticks or some shit. So you don't want that in your home. So that Blue Storm was brought in and fired up there, and I haven't heard anything since. But I'm waiting now. I'm just waiting, because you know what happens with this shit? I think it dehydrates them, and they need to get to a water source. Or maybe it's different for everyone, I would guess, or every mouse. So sometimes they just fucking die on where they were eating it, or in the wall or something, or in the attic. And depending on how many of them are there, you can imagine the fucking smell, right? The smell is I'm sure it was there one year. I came into the house one evening. You know, it was a Sunday. We came back from somewhere. I was first in the door. The minute I was in the door, bang. It's disgusting. So yeah. And there's no way you can keep the fuckers out, it seems. They get into anything. They get into a sealed fucking plastic box. But it could be worse. It could be rats, right? But rats, you see rats as well coming up the field sometimes. When did I see rats the last time? It was actually dead rats I seen around the property thanks to the cats. But they're funny when you start looking at rats. They're I won't say cute, but when you're just, they'd be out the kitchen window, would say, up in the ditch, doing whatever they'd be doing, cleaning their faces and shit. And then you start thinking, alright, they've like 4 legs there, and they've a head and a tail. And then you look at the dogs, like, well, it's kind of like a big fucking rat. And then you look at it, horses and cows and whatnot. Then you see this fucking rat standing up in his hind quarters, kind of like a person. Shit. So not much imagination went into animals. Just from that thought, just looking at that, I thought, not much imagination at all. But anyway, from going to a cute mouse, a serial killer trying to kill every fucking mouse. So I'm hoping now that is the end of that. You'd wonder if you left the corpse there because you can't get to it, but you can smell it. You wonder, would that be like a warning to other mice not to come here because it's dead? That's the only positive I can take from it. To prevent other mice coming into your house. They're fucking give me the heebie-jeebies when you see one darting across the floor. It's the way they move, they'll just fucking squish them. No mice were hurt in this conversation yet. But fuck it, if I see them there. We caught one year and someone wanted to turn it into a pet. Boggles the fucking mind. Anyway, it didn't. I think it died of loneliness or something. It just gave up. Not really into. I don't like those wriggly little fucking mice anyway. So that's that. We had a mouse. I hope it's just the one. Got some. I think it's called Blue Storm. You should check it out if you have such. And don't be saying, "Oh, we've no mice." Everyone gets fucking mice. Snap the fuck out of it. Just saying, I had to Google it. I had to Google what to do or what are the probabilities of if you think you have a mouse in your house. And it gives all these statistics and all these various pages, and then the damage that could be done to either the property or because of they can carry, I don't know about diseases, but things that can make things uncomfortable for people. I mean, that's the same of anything. So I was checking that out, and then you go onto other links, this is what you get to kill a mouse. The amount of things they've come up with to kill a fucking cute little mouse is... You fucking have to question the human race, man. It's just... what the fuck? You'd be thinking to be a blast of traps you could set. Like a catch and release kind of job. No. It's like kill, kill, kill. So many creative ways to kill them. So who sits at home thinking of ways to kill a mouse like? Fuck. I'd be more impressed if you came up with a way to catch the fuckers. And, go after up a mountain or into a field or a woods and let them loose. Let the owls have them. Let nature do its thing. But that's enough about mice. Anyway, so that was one thing to deal with this week, and another fucking thing. I was just going from in between the rain trying to get stuff done on a job front. And I was going through, I went into this garage. Usually I'm kind of, I have a habit. There's X amount of garages in the nearby area that you would regularly use. And I tried to stick to that. But for whatever reason, I was on my way to a job. And I'm going through this village. And there's a petrol station there. And I'm thinking, I probably have enough to get there and get back. But I got lost. Because through all these fucking country roads, they all look the same. You can't spot a landmark anywhere to kind of... And you're using Google Maps. And you're arguing with Google Maps because you're going around big circles. And you're burning diesel. And I'm thinking, well, that's most likely going to happen yet again. So I best get some on the way to the job, because it's just to be sure. And I just pulled in. I was between mines, and I ended up putting petrol into the fucking diesel van. And I didn't even realise it then. There's people there, yada yada, and I was like, get on with it, get to the job, because the rain's coming. I want to get this finished and get out of there and get back home and do other things. So my mind wasn't totally where it should have been. Apparently this is a fairly common occurrence. I got to the job. There was no issue with the van until I was coming home. Then there was issue. And it was like, fuck, what's this? Smoke. Stuttering start. I was like, oh, my gearbox is going to go. So I was begging my van to get me home, and I was going through again. I got fucked by the Google Maps. Brought me down roads I've never seen before, and 3/4 of the way I was just thinking, where the fuck am I? And then I saw something on a road somewhere up on a fucking mountain. But I was there a few years ago, and I was like, so I could ignore the maps, because I think I felt better guessing on memory, and I won. I was victorious. Google Maps, I mean, it's good sometimes, but fuck it, when they fuck you, they fuck you. And the van is still a bit, So I get home, turn it off, and I'm like, what the fuck? What's with the van? I was thinking maybe I got some dirty fucking fuel or something. So I went to check the receipt, and I saw it there then, unleaded. You big fuck. Unleaded into your diesel van. So I was like, actually I didn't get it. I figured that in the morning after, because I went to a local job only 10 minutes away. And I was thinking maybe it just got water in somewhere yesterday and it'll be fine. So I started it. It started kind of 50-50 really, and then there was still a bit. I got out the gate, up the around the bend, and she was but then it boomed, and off I went. It's like, okay, that's better. Maybe there was some clogged somewhere. And then before I got to the job, going around bends and whatnot, it was kind of troublesome when you were going up the gears. So that's when I realised, when I got to the job, I was like, right, what the fuck? So I checked the receipt, and that's when I saw there was unleaded petrol got into the fucking diesel van. So everything was switched off immediately. Praying it wasn't too late, that there was nothing damaged, that there was enough diesel in there initially to kind of, you'd be imagining fucking things to like magically work out of your desperate state. It did, I think. But so I just got some cherry cans. The missus then had her morning disrupted, because she had to go get the cherry cans at home and get some more, and just bring loads of diesel and just fucking fill it up and hope that it would balance out. And I think it worked. So if nothing else, it's cleaner inside now than what it was. So yeah, then I just said, fuck this. Do no more this week. After yesterday, it was just, fuck. I was going to go in today, but it was just, it's one of those weeks where everything just would go against you. And you can try and you can try. But when it's fucking knock down, you just say, fuck this. I'm going nowhere. I'm going into my studio. I have to tidy up my fucking mess. And then I'm going to enjoy just fucking around with some canvases. I'm going to have that kind of day. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm already relaxed. Walk the dogs. That's done. Got nice freshness into the head. Done. Mouse is probably dead. It's done. Van is recovering. It's done. So checklist is ticked off. And now I'm going to finish my lovely cup of Barry's tea and go painting. Sounds like a plan. I'm kind of getting a sedated feeling coming over me now. I think it's after walking the dogs. So I'm going to bow out and go do some stuff and enjoy my day. Enjoy yours. Bye now.